We're back. Oof. Season 2. Season 2 was definitely personal for me. Season 2 was definitely all about knowing what a burnout was because I had to identify what the hell was going on with me. Season 2 was about me coming to terms with the fact that I was burning out because, I'm used to being a superwoman. And then realizing that I needed to grab myself by the bootstraps, tie them bitches real tight, and pivot. So we got the burnout, we had to pivot, and now we hear season 3. Ain't got good. Season 3 is literally about being ambitious and it being tested and what that looked like for you. Because let's just keep it real, right? Motivation is wishy-washy. Discipline is boring as fuck. And the two together, you can definitely make some things shake, but you still need to be ambitious about what it is that you want to do. So season 3, I'm geeked up about. Welcome to the Muscle Hustle Podcast. You already know I'm your girl, Cokes, and we in season 3. Season 3. I think I'm going to be even more hyped once we pass season 5, but right now I'm definitely glad that we've gotten this far. And if y'all been following the journey, y'all already know it has definitely been a whirlwind of emotion, but in the long run, I'm appreciative of every and anything that I'm experiencing doing this because I'm gonna keep it a buck. This is still therapeutic for me in somewhat shape or form. Y'all have definitely been helping me gather my feelings and my thoughts and really been pushing and striving to make sure that this platform continues to grow. This movement continues to grow. Just know when it comes to season 3, your ambition will be tested. I'm going to be checking in on each and every one of y'all every time I drop an episode. And when I'm not dropping an episode, I'm going to be even more intentional about putting out content. Inside the studio, outside the studio, when you see me, you know what's up. Any and everybody that's coming through to bless this platform, to come to the studio and record with me, they're basically going to be showcasing the drive, the constant grind, the intent behind their hustle, and what it is that they deem is their motive and also their blueprint towards their success. Now, I need y'all to understand when it comes to blueprints, it is not meant for you to follow that shit to the T. It is meant for you to gather the information and adapt it accordingly so that way you know how to flex and move when it comes to what it is that you want to do. So you gather all this information, you gather all this insight, you gather all this inspiration, and then what's the damn plan? Because when it comes to season 3, we done with the rah-rah. All that talking and all that stuff that y'all be doing and writing in your journals, that's cute. It's real cute. Get all your thoughts together and all that other stuff, but where's the game plan? Where's the action? Where's the movement? What are you doing to actually make sure that that stuff manifests into actually getting things done? That's what we're trying to do this season. Get shit done. You want the bag? Let me see you get up and actually move for it. You know what I'm saying? You want a podcast up? Let me see you actually get up and get behind the camera and start putting out some content. All right? You want to be a content creator. You need to put out some goddamn content. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no more talking. This right here, it's just for the birds. Every time I come behind this damn camera, I'm literally sweating underneath my armpits, nervous as fuck. But guess what? This is, again, my challenge to make sure that I get things done because I want this platform to grow. I want y'all to be able to share your experiences. I want y'all to be able to have a means, a room to be able to feel like you're being heard. You know what I'm saying? You want more information. I'm open to receiving that. You know what I mean? I'm open to actually hunting for it, especially if it's something that I'm not perfected in or don't have much knowledge on. The guests that I bring on, they do. But I need y'all to make sure that y'all pour into me, just like how I'm planning on pouring into y'all. You feel what I'm saying? The Muscle Hustle Podcast, it's across the board. all social media platforms, all audio platforms, all right, where you can hear podcasts, talking Apple, iHeartRadio, Spotify, you name it, we're on it. There's no excuses when it comes to 2026 and making sure that you're heard. Everybody has a voice. Everybody has a motive. Everybody has a dream. Everybody has a mission. It's just a matter of whether or not you're just going to be sitting there and just literally bite your damn fingernails and just continue to talk about it, or you actually going to get it done. And I'm going to be your motivating factor. I'm going to be that drill sergeant. I retired 14 years ago, but I don't, yeah. But I'm going to be that drill sergeant, okay? And I'm going to be all up in your face, close up and all, and make sure that y'all hear me and y'all hear me well. Get the fuck up and get your shit done, period. Because ain't nobody giving it to you. And just to be frank, God helps those who help themselves. It's not going to fall in your lap. So what's the damn plan, y'all? What is the damn plan? What y'all plan on doing about what it is that y'all want? Y'all literally just going to continue to sit there and talk about it and start hating on every and anybody that's also getting theirs? Or are you going to actually start asking for help, asking for more information, going to these networking events, reaching out to somebody who is in the industry that you want to be in, reaching out to people who obviously have more information than you do? What you plan on doing? Season 3, I need y'all to go ahead and continue to pour in your information, pour in your shit. I don't know. Tell me your story. I want to know. Tell me who you want to see on the platform. I want to know. Tell me what you want to hear more of. I want to know. Reach out and be like, yeah, you know what? I actually want to be a part of the platform because I'm hiring and I need help. Okay. So it's real. Okay. Like, I can't do this shit on my own. Like, help me. But yeah, like I said, in order to grow, I need a team. And so I'm looking for that as well too. One thing I realized when it came to season 2, like, again, I was still ciphering through emotions that I wasn't really accustomed in dealing with. You know what I mean? That's what I meant when I said that this was also kind of a blessing in disguise. This was more so in a sense where it was still therapeutic for me as well too, because again, I was ciphering through emotions. I wasn't really ready to share at the time. And so for those that know, yes, I suffered a major loss last year. And honestly, she's the one who really helped me into pushing forth with this platform. My mother, my mommy. And when she checked out, I checked out. Period. You know what I'm saying? But it got to a point where the circle that I had around me, as tight as it is, the circle that I had around me and the amount of support that I had, I really had to lean on to them because I've always been the pillar. I've always been the one that everybody leans on. I've always been the one that everybody comes to when they want to be heard or when they want to, when they need help. You know what I'm saying? I've always been that one. Save a hoe. You know what I mean? But this time around, I don't want to say kind of needed to be saved, but in retrospect, that's kind of what it is. That's exactly what it was. You know what I'm saying? Because I really couldn't function the same way that I was accustomed to functioning. You know what I mean? Which is basically chaotically. So I really needed to kind of maneuver differently, but I really needed to lean on to the people who was really supportive, who was real, who was really down for me. And so having a team, having that true support system, and really being able to rely, what's the word? Rely on them. To rely, yeah, thank you. Be able to rely on them. It was something that I had to kind of bend and flex with because that's something I'm not accustomed to. But, and seeing that, and then realizing that I do got people around me. I do got people who actually support me. I do got people that actually want to see me win. You know what I mean? It's not just me against the damn world. It's not just me by myself. You know what I mean? I got family. I got support. I got friends. That's when I was just like, you know what? Just to make sure that I honor my mom as well too, and make sure that those who continue to look at me and who've been inspired by me, which I still can't fathom, but still, you know what I mean? Like, I needed to make sure that it's not so much as just living up to what everybody sees me as, but honestly, really proving to myself that this ain't the end all be all. You know what I'm saying? Life still keeps going. It's just a matter of what it is that you want to do, how you're going to flex and move and continue on growth within your life by way of pivoting. And I'm going to continue to pivot when things start becoming more standstill and it's not something according to my liking. I'm going to pivot. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. And I had to come to terms with that as well, too. I'm not a failure. You know what I mean? And I had to kind of cipher through those emotions and those thoughts as well, too. Like, just because I'm pivoting doesn't necessarily mean that I'm failing. Just because you pivot from what you initially started at, you know what I'm saying? You wrote your aspirations and your dreams down, and you're just like, this is what I'm going to do in the next 3-4 months, 2 years, whatever the case might be, right? And clearly that shit didn't work. You just got to pivot, and you got to come to terms with it. And you can't look at yourself as a failure just because the shit did not work. What are you going to do to make sure that you actually make it work? Even if it's not directly exactly what you wanted to initially do, there's always a way. You know what I'm saying? Shit, you never know. Like, what you wrote down is probably limiting from what your abilities are. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you got to think outside the box. You got to pivot, and there's nothing wrong with that. So again, I pivoted towards the end of the last year. It was definitely a pivot, bringing this podcast back, bringing this, platform back, and really pushing the narrative and making sure that I'm a little bit more intentional with the content and the people that I continue to put myself in the same room with. Got to be intentional. And so ideally, I'm just like, okay. And seeing that and seeing how the content continue to shift in a good way, I felt a lot more, I felt a lot more comfortable in the intent behind conversations that was had in season 2. And I'm excited about season 3, real talk, because now, again, it's folks that are literally been sacrificing, taking the risks, getting things done, have also pivoted, but continue to show forth success based on whatever industry that they're in and how they deem success to be. And it's no shade to nobody else. This is what works for them. You know what I'm saying? And they got no problem sharing the information that they have. Because again, when season 3 ain't no gate, I'm so sick of folks gatekeeping. I'm so sick of folks faking it till they make it. I'm so sick of folks that rah-rah shit and not doing nothing, but then got the nerve to sit there and hate on somebody else that's actually just trying to make a bag. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. Okay? And so this time around, you ask for information, you're going to get it. And when you get it, what you going to do with it? Because if I see you not doing nothing with it, I ain't trying to hear shit else you got to say. Okay? Period. You got no room to talk at all. So, I'm excited for season 3. We got so many things in the works, including live tapings, expo pop-ups. This is probably going to be the first time that I live up to part of the name, which is the muscle part, because ideally when I initially started, I wanted to make sure that everybody understood that the term muscle wasn't necessarily just all physical, it was also mental and spiritual as well too, and how you move as far as strength was concerned. But everybody that knows me knows I'm in the fitness industry. So we're definitely going to be touching on that industry as well too. And I'm excited for that because we're definitely going to be doing some pop-ups, some live tapings. And again, I'm always open to suggestions. So info@themusclehustlepodcast.com. You already know I'm trying to build on this platform, and it's The Muscle Hustle Podcast on all social media platforms, including YouTube. So like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell an auntie to tell their grandmother to tell their grandfather to go ahead and lock in. That's it. Honestly, I'm geeked up. You should be geeked up too. And if you're not, prepare, because you're going to be sick of me because the content is coming. I'm your girl, Cokes. Toodles.